to do intros because we all know each other, right?
Right.
Great.
Hi.
Hey, we have Ashton here.
Ashton
is here.
Hiding on the phone. What's up, guys?
Hiding on the phone. Okay, so let's go to review approval of Jan minutes, and the board was all able to review the minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
I make a motion to approve January minutes.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Hi.
Great. No one is here to be against it, so we're good.
That's it. Say it like a pirate.
Simple. Okay, and action items from last month.
Whew.
Let's see.
There is
Let's see who wins.
Well, yeah. All right. Okay. Let's start with. How about? I'm going to start with one I know that we did not do. Ashton and I did not pick the spot for the next mural.
Oh. Okay.
I feel like that wasn't at all on the radar because there were a whole bunch of other things, so maybe we should get better about that.
Okay.
Oh good, I see you in the dock, Ash. All right. Oops, it moved to you. Okay. Okay. Let's see. To get a check with the city high school on the cleanup for Saturday, the 26th.
Interestingly enough, I have sent 3 emails and I called today. I think they're just really busy, but I have not heard back.
Again, with the high school?
High school to make sure to use the parking lot. I send in the normal form that I send in. I've emailed 3 times.
You know what?
And I called the district and I called the high school today.
I don't know if Dory, I assume she'll be at the Rotary meeting, is next Wednesday. It's the Delphian school.
I can say
so
okay.
If she's there,
Yeah.
you could check.
I left a voicemail. I think it's Jennifer
Okay.
Hilliard that's in charge of that. At least that's who when I called the district, they said. And that's who I worked with last cleanup. So I left a voicemail today, or a message at the office. So hopefully I hear back in the next few days.
Okay.
Because I can't do the next part of it, which is solve. I can't do the booking on solve until I have a final okay.
And you were shooting for
The 26th, so it's the Saturday after
it's April?
Easter, right? Saturday after Easter.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So April.
So okay. I forgot who was going to check with Rotary. Were you going to check with Rotary?
About what?
You weren't here.
I wasn't here. Oh, about the pizza,
I
you
wasn't
mean?
here
Yeah,
either.
you weren't here.
I forgot.
Could you check with Rotary?
Sure.
Great. Just to
And
make
again,
sure.
April 26th.
26th.
And
it's
is
a Saturday.
Yes.
The Saturday after
Okay.
Easter.
And the same water, hot cocoa, and pizza?
Yeah, I think we just decided to just do pizza because it's more hearty than
Hot cocoa?
No, I think
I don't know
at
if
one
we'll
point.
need hot cocoa at the end of April, but we might.
No, at one point it
okay.
used to
So
be
water and pizza.
Yeah.
Got it.
and at one point
Okay.
it used to be donuts, but I think we thought with all the kids it was better to stick with pizza because it's like food.
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, I was thinking, I'm sorry, hot cocoa because it's still cool, but you're right. The chances are it'll be warmer. But I'll
We hope.
put K to check with Rotary,
That would be great.
water and pizza.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Got it.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll all come together next week or two, so I can get that thing with Solve, which will allow me to get that on the website, get the promotion going, and be able to do the.
So, solve.
Solve.
What happened with the solve?
I can't do that until I
Can't
have a date confirmed.
Okay.
As soon as I get a date confirmed, then I'm good to go. I also.
Yep.
This is the season of unfortunately not hearing back, but I've emailed the city. I think it was Kai and.
Public Works, proposed locations for the new pink
No,
shops?
this is, I emailed, I normally would email Heidi about the cleanups, but I emailed Yvonne and Kai, and I've emailed them twice and I haven't heard back. So I don't know if it's just a.
You might check with Sandy. I think her last name's Davis, the Public Works clerk.
Okay.
And she could go back to Kai, cause
Okay.
he's so busy.
Yeah, I just
And
think
so
it's
is,
kind of, they're like, oh,
yeah.
it's in April, but,
That's exactly right.
but I just need to
Yeah.
confirm the date.
Yes.
The city doesn't do like an Uber amount like they
Mhm.
used to. It used to be like a much more of a partnership. No shade on cities because you did the separate one, but because we still use some of the
sticks.
the sticks
Right.
and supplies and whatnot, I would like to just confirm.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you make a note? Did I reach out to Sandy?
Yeah, I have her phone number, I think. Let me look in my.
If I call Public Works, would I more likely get her?
Absolutely,
Okay.
yes.
At Public Works, right?
We'll call
Yes.
that.
About the picker?
Yeah, just confirm. Normally I tell the city.
I don't know how to send the contacts, but there's
Sandy D. Okay. Yeah.
Public Works.
Yeah, that may be
Okay,
super fancy. Just take a picture.
there you go.
I think we can literally put your phones.
Okay. I'm not that, sorry,
I don't know
I'm
if
not
that's-
that.
if it's set up.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to be shared, contact share. Anyway,
No.
Okay.
So, no.
not anymore?
Okay,
Okay.
well, bear with, I'll look it up and.
Okay. What's the next one?
Okay, the next thing is put in Sheridan Community Grant.
Yeah, did that.
We got it.
Great.
I haven't heard anything about that.
I saw something in the paper that said we got it. Or something.
Really?
Yeah.
That was.
Unless I'm totally mistaken.
Well, I know,
You're dreaming.
I
No,
forgot
it
when
was Sheridan Revitalization and
I honestly put that in and then forgot about it until I.
that's a
read
new
it.
action item. Sorry.
do you remember how far in it was?
It was last week, I thought. In the
Oh,
last
last
week.
Oh, last week's, okay, no, this is this week's.
I thought we got it though, because I was going to ask you how we were going to spend that $500.
I think I put it in for pickers.
Yeah,
Okay.
It was
Okay.
exclusively
Okay.
for pickers.
yeah, it
Um,
seems to me, I think I mentioned, Jim mentioned it, I believe that's correct. that he
Yeah.
Approved it, and
Yeah,
I
I
can
think I
tell
got
him.
approved for $500.
You guys, well, we need it for pickers, the amount of, some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause
that
he was wondering.
Yeah, that's what I put it in
That's
for,
good.
because we lose a percentage every time.
Yes.
And we have to guard the city, so it'd be nice and it just, if we're going for a really big one, which I think we're going for a really big one, it's better to just have a lot more, because we end up having kids that don't end up getting pickers.
Great. Okay. Public Works to make sure 2 proposed locations for these finger signs are okay.
I emailed Kai.
Okay.
But I don't know, maybe I should email Kale?
Emailed, no response yet.
No. Didn't
Yeah, I would
know.
think Kale absolutely
Okay.
would be
So
more
maybe just-
responsive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want?
Then I'll just try to email Kale also.
Kale?
Kale.
Kale.
Our,
Like the
our mayor.
Mhm.
With a
spelled-
C.
With a C,
Yeah,
no K.
Kale, C-A-L-E,
Okay.
George.
Great. Also at Public Works.
No, he's the
Mayor.
mayor.
He's the mayor.
Let's see
I
if I
think
can.
C. George at Sheridan.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I have it. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad it.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, I can look it up on the website.
Okay. Somewhere in the next meeting, do we put in here discussing yard of the month?
I think we're planning on starting it next month, right?
Yes, a little early.
Yeah.
We put on the list to discuss
Oh.
at the next meeting, yard of the month, that's all it's,
Oh, okay.
and it's a
One
action
thing
item.
I would say is if anybody notices as the weather warms up, any yards that are full of like daffodils and early
Okay.
spring flowers, you know, let's make that the first
Okay.
yard of the month.
Do we want to launch it in March with like an ad in the paper? or
Yeah, I
something?
was thinking I would
You wanna
go
reach
into
out
the
and-
bulletin board and tell them to run an ad. And you had said you want to be just
I think we decided just Sheridan.
general
Yeah.
area. I mean, if they're Rock Creek Road, that's
I don't know that we
Okay.
should. I think we should say Sheridan and leave it at that.
yeah, and not put any parameters.
Yeah, I think so.
Um,
And then just let us know about like the cost and all of that, so we can.
I think last year, does anybody know, did they charge us for running the,
Honestly
I don't
remember.
think they did.
Okay, that would be great.
I don't,
It's
I don't know.
$85 for a quarter page ad for nonprofits.
they put a pretty good sized blurb in,
Okay.
and
Yeah, if you want
I
to
don't-
check with them and see.
Yeah,
that would
I
be
don't-
great.
I didn't pay anything, I don't know if anybody else did.
We might have. I mean, she
Yeah,
might have reached
might
out
have.
to me.
Okay. Ashton, business cards?
I filled out the thingy.
Yeah, so,
He's
yeah,
working.
I've got everyone's contact information approved, and they will do all of them for either just we can do 25 each or 50 each.
Okay, great.
You have a preference?
25.
Probably 25.
I mean,
Perfect.
is it a matter?
How much
Does
does
it
it cost?
literally double the cost, or is it like 10% more?
I believe it is, I will tell you within 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, usually that costs almost nothing
Yeah,
to add.
I'll get,
Like, all the cost is in printing the first one.
That's
Okay.
true.
Like, we could print 1,000 for
Yeah.
like not even double the cost of 25.
Yeah.
But not that we're gonna do that.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm
alright.
fine with 52 if it's like nothing.
Yeah.
That's not very much ridiculous.
Shouldn't be much.
Okay. Anything else?
Yep. The facade improvement grant application form.
That is done.
Done. Great.
Is that it?
Yep.
yeah, sorry, it's 35 for 100, for 25 each, and it's 45 for 50 each.
There you go.
But total?
Total, $45 for 50 each.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's do 50 then. That makes sense.
Okay,
All right. Cool. Okay. Next one.
Probably $50 per 100.
Anything on the treasury report? When was the last time that the PO box was checked?
it's probably 2024.
When
What
you get
PO
back
box,
in
though?
town, Ashton, could you just run by there and check just to make sure there's nothing that we
Yeah.
need to be
He's
thinking
not,
with?
but he's not in town.
Yep.
He gets back in town.
Oh.
He's not in town. That's why he's on the phone. Okay. Yeah, so our big exciting news is we have the launch of our Sheridan Revitalization Facade Improvement Grant. I brought 4 or 5 copies of the application form, and also Action just got it on the website, so it's
Oh, good.
Revitalize Sheridan /grants.
Oh.
So on that page is that, and I'll post
.com.
.com, sorry, yeah, /grants. And then I'll post it up around, and but if anyone wants to take, I printed out.
I'll take some. I'll take 2. How many did you print? 4, right?
I printed out 5.
Definitely could post,
Okay, good.
Yeah,
post in the Facebook.
post it around. Yeah. Anyway, if anyone wants to.
So then was someone gonna go around to businesses?
That's what we're gonna discuss
Oh,
now.
okay.
Is kind of like what. Ideally, yes. Ideally, it's that we all pick an afternoon and go walk around, and we could do it together. We could do it separately. We can take a couple businesses. I don't know. We could do.
You mean to give these to the businesses?
Yeah, we wanna talk to each one of them. Twofold. One, we want to get contact information for the manager or the business owner, like whoever could make decisions related to something like this, and or related to any kind of property management thing, so that we have that, because I don't really feel like we've got that. And 2, we'll be talking about this.
I don't know if anybody could, of the group, sorry I'm busy tomorrow, but the chamber breakfast is coming up tomorrow, and if somebody
That's
could.
a great
Now,
idea.
I'm gonna be here, should I,
Ooh, yeah,
should
here.
I take a few of these?
Take a couple, yeah.
And talk,
Yeah, like
because,
that.
well, it's mostly business folks.
Yeah. And then
Take 3?
I will put did I put on the bottom here, let me put on the bottom how that people can get to them online too.
Is it on the back?
On the so I'm gonna do grants. That's how they get to it. So that would be great if you could mention.
And so they can actually fill it out
They could either fill it out like this, or it's going to be easier for them to fill it out online. Yeah.
Is there a contact person if they have questions?
That's me.
That's
So
in here, isn't it?
it
All my
says,
contact information's on there.
great.
It should be on the form.
awesome, thank you.
Yeah, and
What is the breakfast?
the
Chamber.
Chamber.
Great.
date. Sorry.
Right.
I just realized that. So the application deadline is March 31st. So that means they have to have. We're launching it now, so everyone will have like almost 2 months to get the applications in, and we will very quickly announce the awards on April 3rd. And so the board will need to meet or discuss it at a meeting and decide on it. I don't care either one. If we want to just do it at one of our meetings, we can do that. And then how it works is it's a facade improvement grant of up to $1,000 to small businesses located in Sheridan's downtown core for facade improvement projects that enhance the visual appeal of businesses and support the community's revitalization. Eligible projects include, but are not limited to, exterior painting, sidewalk cleaning, window and door improvements, flower baskets, signage updates, and other exterior enhancements. All improvements must be completed within 6 months of the grant award to qualify for reimbursement. And then there's a bunch of other legalese and whatnot. And eligible businesses, the grants funds can be used for eligible facade projects, including in those things we talked about. It does not include labor costs if the business
Where does it say it will not include labor?
if the business organization chooses to complete the project using internal staff or personnel, the labor costs incurred to it will not be eligible for reimbursement under the terms of this grant.
There it is.
Yeah.
Why is that needed? Because you know,
Because-
when you get a grant, it's just a lump sum,
Because
isn't it?
it's just to avoid like somebody hiring their son to paint the thing.
Oh,
And
And,
paying money.
Yeah.
doing a maybe not a quality job.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
and
got
we-
just saying, oh yeah, they're $200.
When I initially was doing research on this, some of the other cities said that they had to put that stipulation in there because of a similar kind of thing, because the businesses reimbursing themselves with like
Gotcha.
double dipping. It was
Yes.
like, yeah.
Okay, thank you for explaining.
Yeah. Okay, and then so this just kind of goes over the basic information and agreement and all of that. So it has to be completed by October 3rd, so within 6 months. So that way it doesn't drag on, and it's a reimbursement grant, meaning so they put up the money, they do that, and then they submit this receipts, and then we will give them a reimbursement for that. Okay. So we have to figure out how we are going to, so that's the first thing that we can do is we get that there. We get that sent out, and then I'm going to post it up online, and she'll talk to them tomorrow, and then let's see how many we get, and if we want to start doing a canvas, let's just talk about doing a canvas at that point, because maybe we'll get like a handful of them. I just really want to, I want a nice day that we can walk around and start getting all this information.
Let's print out some business cards and hit the street.
Yeah, good. Yeah, let's have it be an action item is that we decide on a date and a time and we all meet.
Can I,
Yes, no?
Go
Yeah,
talk
I
to
don't
them.
like that.
TK, can I just start
Well,
doing
then
some
then
businesses?
March.
Can I do some businesses on my own?
March.
Yeah.
No.
No, you cannot.
Yes, you may.
Yes, of course.
Yes, John.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
Um,
that way, you know.
Yeah.
'cause I'll go to the food bank. I'll do the pharmacy. I'll do the American Legion. I'll do
Great.
the top ramen, Betty Huey's.
Yeah.
Those
Can you, while you're
ones I've
doing
talked
that,
to.
see if you can get whoever the person that would make
Sure.
a decision on this, get their contact information. We'd love to have like a database of, hey, we have a really cool opportunity, but I don't know who to reach out to. And it would be like, great, we can make
Sure.
our own little database. Awesome. Okay, good. I think that's the plan. And
I'm gonna give you another one because
I might need it.
a lot of the people that come to Chamber are they work out of their home or, so I'll take 2 and I'll tell them that they can get more online or that they can do it online.
Okay. Okay. Next, anything else we want to talk about with that?
Nope.
The website may be hard to do on phones right now. I will hopefully have that done before tomorrow, but knock on wood.
Okay.
For
Great.
what? Oh, is that for the?
That was me knocking on wood.
Yeah, it's just not super mobile friendly is all.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Whose fault is that?
Definitely mine, but it is working.
It is working. I saw it. That's really exciting.
All right.
Okay,
Cool.
so we've got the spring cleanup, which I mentioned briefly, just struggling a little bit on getting the final approval. As soon as I got that, then I can build out the promo for it. We can get the solve date confirmed and just start promoting and having people. Oh, this year, I really wanted to get a really good showing from the different schools. We used to do that, so we were trying to figure out, last time we were talking about getting the information to the right people at the school about having students come.
I'll talk to the people at Sheridan High. I mean, I'll talk to the counselor.
Great.
And there's no guarantees because
it's really, I think what there was like a leadership group that came a couple years, and the sports teams, they made it required for the teams.
It doesn't seem like it's been the last couple of years. There hasn't been anybody. So
is there a way to make it like a competition? You know, hey, Sheridan versus, you know, or people like, well, no, we're outnumbered because of the Delphian school seems to get a good turnout. But the other thing I thought was kind of cute. This is, you know, for little kiddos, you know, a little something, you know, I don't know.
Like a participation.
Yeah, something, or the best,
idea.
you know, best little
Best
picker guy.
I wonder if
Best
Saul
little
has
picker.
stickers or anything that.
Yeah.
If you can you put a little note that maybe I can.
biggest
maybe
trash
with-
bag.
Yeah,
Well,
yes.
well, I mean, I like that idea. What about like a gift certificate to, like, you know?
How do you pick the best little kid though? That's the
Well,
other
they're not all that little.
Give them all a sticker.
Okay.
They're all
You know,
big kids.
Like
I-
I participated.
I picked up the garbage.
Yes.
Pick the one that picked the best trash.
I think once you get
I guess maybe it's hard because
we
they
just
can
need
just
to
put
get
in a
the
bunch
date.
of brush or something.
we need to get the date first.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Again, just sorry,
But you
throwing
like-
out.
Yeah,
some-
no, I think it's a good idea.
I like
Competition might be freshman against sophomore against junior against senior,
Uh-huh.
or football team against
There you go,
baseball
because it
team
wouldn't,
against
Oh,
it
basketball.
wouldn't
like
matter
that.
the number.
Yeah.
It would be
you
Yeah.
can bring the most.
How many
Yeah.
kids?
As long as they're not like eating snacks and then adding.
Well, I don't know how many snacks they can add, but sure.
Or
Not
we
going on
can
the street.
also assign the schools to clean like a section of the sidewalk like they did before, so that might be good too.
Well, again, we'll think about it, right?
Yeah.
And I'll look up.
We
some-
will only have one. Is that right? Wait.
Yeah,
Oh,
one meeting.
No, I guess we'll have one meeting and then we'll only have one
March,
meeting.
and then it'll be in April.
Wait, when is the
Wait,
date?
no,
Oh,
two
we'll have the
meetings.
second meeting. All right.
Two
Yeah.
meetings.
All right. I
Yeah.
guess that's right.
We have
Okay.
a bit of time, but that's
Mhm.
that's what I wanted
Yep.
to go for this being a really. We haven't had great numbers the last couple of cleanups, so it'd be really great to get a big number
Mhm.
by then. And it would be really cool if by then, I don't. This is unrealistic, so never mind. I was just saying, maybe a buyer for but it's not going to happen because it's not been 6 months. So never mind.
It's okay.
Okay.
All good.
Okay. Next one. Anything else in the cleanup we want to talk about? I'm sure we'll be going over more for next month. But public art discussion. So did you and Ashton agree that the next project was going to be the signs, finishing that and then a mural, or you want to do a mural too?
No, I'm happy to do signs first. I think
Okay.
signs are better.
Okay.
Yeah, the signs are in progress. I think there was that
Oh, Lucy's
one
not
meeting a couple months ago that Jason wasn't here for. That were like, Jason should pick out the murals, and I'll have him pick out the spots for the mural. And
Oh, is is that how that got on there? I didn't remember signing up for that.
That's what happens when
Oh.
you don't show up.
While I wasn't here.
You're not here, you get signed up.
Anyway, so it's not like a super rush. It is not quite changing weather, but
Yeah.
we should have it. I'd really like to get another mural up.
Yeah.
So if we can find a good spot, or at least just pick another really good spot that could use it. And anyway, there's only a few really big spots that would fit that. So
Okay.
I still think the last, like, I still think the right way to go if we're gonna do the mural. Obviously, there's a spot problem, right? Find a spot, and then who was the lady that came in and talked about? What's her name? That came to talk about murals for a while.
Johnny.
Johnny. No,
not one. Sorry.
No, you remember?
Shannon.
Shannon
Ray.
Ray.
Shannon
Yeah.
Ray.
That one.
yeah.
And we can go back to the notes. Maybe one of us remembers the website. But there's a great
Yeah.
website where you can just post
Yeah,
these
you
things.
post what you
and
want.
You know, yes, like, you know, it'd be nice to get somebody like super local, but at the same time, it'd also just be nice not to spend 2 years talking about a mural. So
Great.
on that site, like if we said $10,000 is what we want, you know, like what do you come with, or whatever the number is. I don't know what it is.
Well, it's whatever we have.
Yeah, whatever we have. What do
We
we
know
have?
that we have 10,000.
It depends on the size, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe it won't be like the gigantic train thing that, you know, Lucy wanted all down her building, but anyway, that was a nice place to post it.
Yeah.
Because we could get multiple people to bid.
Yeah.
They'd be willing to, you know, come from different areas. You know, if it's $5,000, I imagine they're not going to like fly in. But
I think it would be nice to redo the one on the pharmacy.
It's
That Shannon Ray
extremely
did.
complicated.
it's super hard and complicated. Like, yeah, it'd be nice, but we
It's
will
either
work.
get
We
rid
will
of-
sit here and work on
It's
that for
either
years.
get rid of the whole thing, or it's complicated. Like, remember when she talked? It was
There was
just,
a whole
it's a
there's a
lot.
way to do it.
But
and
it
it's
basically
not
the whole
easy.
thing has to be rehabbed, which is like double the work. And then like,
So, and that I also missed a bunch on that, but I know you guys were talking so much about all the possibilities, like do you do a half mural and a half overlap,
Yeah.
and like so I missed the beginning. Is there like, and I know when she painted that, she put in like actual citizens,
yeah,
and like there is some pull for the community to like it.
yeah,
But it is so old and faded that like revamping a mural is extremely complicated. I would lean towards remaking it if we can find a design or something that people like that also maybe pays tribute to it or something, so it can get done instead of just looking like a very faded mural you can't see.
yeah. I agree with that. But remember, it's not really our choice on what the mural is going to be. I think the first conversation needs to be with, and when you're at the pharmacy, can you verify 100% who we should be talking about? Because I think originally it was a conversation with the manager, but I don't think that's who we need to talk about. I think we need to talk to the actual owner.
Okay.
Yeah, just to make sure. And I remember having a very brief email conversation, I think, but not actually a phone call. And I think it's probably
I'll have to talk to her again. She hasn't been able to reach him, but I talked to her about it a couple times.
Okay. Yeah.
That's just a real central location, and I
Oh
agree
yeah,
with,
we
with
love
what,
the location. It's
like
just,
Ashton's saying, is it's kind of symbolic of the city.
yeah.
I mean, maybe you do the same thing and you just wipe it out and start all over again and do the
yeah.
same thing.
But
You
the
know?
problem is she can't physically do
Well,
it.
no, but I mean, we're not, yeah, I know Shannon can't do it, but I'm just saying maybe another.
Some
We
other
we
person.
we'd work on that location,
Yeah.
because people are familiar with mural being there, and
Yeah, as
go
long
from
as
there,
it
and
was
it would just
okay
be
with
it all.
her, and she backed the idea of us doing a fresh one.
Well, no, but I mean, we could even do a whole new one and just cover hers over, or however you do it. But I'll talk to the owner and see what he wants to have.
Yeah, I mean, if we could do
It's a known quantity, is what I'm saying,
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
Ashton's saying, and
totally,
it's
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I
We love-
think either way, like her recommendation, I think we'd have to look at the notes, but I think her recommendation too is don't do it on the brick again.
That's what I was
Because
wondering.
you're gonna have to
She
repoint
is
the building.
there-
You're gonna have to repoint the building.
Is
so,
there a
like,
She
material
wanted to,
you
she
could
wanted to
put-
do boards, I
Yeah.
think.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah. What I liked about what she was saying is that I remember this is what we were talking about. She said, don't worry about rehabbing all of it. Try to do fresh stuff on the boards, and you keep the more
She said that
faded
was
stuff.
an
That's
option.
an option.
Mhm.
Yeah.
An option.
Yeah. Anyway, I think first step is talking with the
Okay.
person, but I agree that's a great spot. And if we were to do any changes or getting rid of that entirely, we'd have to completely have Shannon's like 100% agreement, signature, backing, support, and maybe like a write-up in the paper with why we're doing it and all that, so people don't think we're trying to like erase history and do something horrible. Because otherwise, guarantee you,
People
there will
will.
be that.
Yeah.
There'll be that no matter what we say, but at least we'll try
Well,
to.
and maybe we can even first do something about the existing mural.
Yeah.
A little blurb
Yeah,
in
like
the
an
bulletin
interview,
board.
and then
like,
maybe
this
put up a little
was-
plaque thing that talks about like
yeah.
this
This was,
Something
these
like
were
that.
these people.
is. Yeah.
And
They
Yeah,
could-
that was
yeah,
fascinating
they
what she
could-
was talking about.
Yeah, interview Shannon Ray and
Mhm.
explain
who those people were. They're
who
probably
they
all dead.
were, and then the cost prohibitive issue of trying to redo it again.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that also I think another thing is the cost. That is a huge spot. So the cost of that would be really, really, really expensive. But we all love that spot. If we could figure that out. If we could get a grant for that spot, that would be great. Anyway,
Go
okay.
fund me.
Yeah.
So,
And there are
so
art
you're gonna
grants.
talk to somebody?
I'm gonna talk to the manager of the pharmacy and we're gonna try and get hold of the owner.
I still like Wilhelmina's one there. You know,
Yeah.
that-
Yeah.
I agree.
yeah,
That's
isn't that,
nice.
it is so nice.
I mean, if we did something like that,
Well,
maybe
if we were
the
gonna,
style of those people could go in there.
I think we'll have to do on the boards from now on,
Right.
to be honest with you.
That also makes it a lot. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
And then you can
do it.
redo it and take it
And also
out.
doesn't
and,
matter
you know.
when you're doing it because
And
That's
it's
exactly
possible
right.
that one could be done, certain parts, like where the guy's plowing and the lady, those could be redone on a board and you just leave the existing other part there.
yeah. That's
But
what
if there's
she's
a lot
talking
of,
Ah,
I'll talk to I'll get
about. Okay.
the owner's
Yeah.
viewpoint
I
on
have
it
some
first.
faint recollection of them saying they might want an entirely different one.
Yeah.
I don't
That's the
remember,
case,
yeah.
But whatever. Yeah.
Understandable.
And also,
But
I think you can relocate the mural too if it's on board.
You can relocate
Yeah.
it, and it's like potential. I mean, it's a significantly reduced cost. Like you have to pay for the material, but the artist gets to do it at their own studio, like
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
place where
Doesn't matter
like
if it's
it's
raining.
so much easier. They
Yeah.
don't have to drive,
Right.
and like be on
And the
site.
liability factor of being on the thing
Oh,
and
yeah.
having to.
It's so much more simple. So.
Okay, cool. Good. So we got kind of a loose plan on that. Good stuff. And then the directional sign, I sent an email to Kai, but I think I should forward it to Kale and maybe because the step that I was supposed to be doing is making sure it's 100% okay to be doing that. Oh, that's why we also need the contact information of the owner to talk about the sign, the directional sign.
On the pharmacy you're talking
Yeah,
about?
because like we're absolutely not putting any screws or whatever into the building until we have his like signing off. Like we'll probably actually have to have, as an action item, I think we're gonna have to put some kind of in writing contract agreement.
yeah. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have to do it because it was Lucy's building, but
Mm.
now we're definitely gonna have to do that. So we'll have to have something in writing. Marianne owns the other one, so we'll just and per Lucy, she was fine with it.
Yeah.
So
But it is, yes.
we'll have to get that in writing too.
Yeah, I would think, again, this is
Always
just
a good idea.
it's always a good idea because over time, again, things can change, you know, things happen. And then, you know, God forbid, and there's a changeover.
Yeah.
The new owner goes, ooh, and you
Yeah.
go, well, hey,
Yeah, some kind of agreement as
Yeah.
to like not taking it down. or
That's
something
exactly
like
right.
that. Yeah.
upon sale.
Okay, so the first step was making sure the city was fine with it, which is the email that I wrote, and the second step would be making sure that the property owner is fine with it, third step is getting a signature on it, and then fourth is actually getting it finished
Mhm.
and funded. And that's the easiest part. Okay. Good. And I think that would be really cool if we could get that up and done by the cleanup. That would be fun. That would be a good target to have it done by April.
Or
Doesn't
for
take
sure,
him that long to make
or
it.
for sure, hometown days.
Yeah, it doesn't take him that long to make it. It's just getting all of these ducks in a row first. Is that a good target, Ashton?
I mean, the only
Yeah,
way.
great.
You guys are the art guys.
You're talking
John, you're
directional
talking to the
one?
farm.
Oh,
You're gonna
right.
help us get contacts there.
I'll
Yes.
talk to, I'll take care of all that.
That's, I mean, yeah, as long as we got that, and then by next meeting, we can have then we could reach out to the sign maker, I forget his name now, but, and,
Cool.
Colt, yeah.
Colt.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cool.
We can reach out to Colt, we can I think we have notes on what goes on the sign, we
Yeah.
just have to
We have to
100% finalize that. by next
100%
meeting.
finalize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he could, I'm sure, start on, well,
The base of it.
we'd have to have approval to start on the basis,
We
but
have to
anyway,
have agree. Yeah, we
yeah.
have to have approval.
so, yeah,
Is the
Okay.
money for that already approved?
it's, I mean,
Loosely.
it's there. Yeah.
Okay.
It's there. Yeah. So that will, I think, use up. This is why we need treasurer. I think it'll use up any of our mural money. So any new ones we'd have to fund newly
Mhm.
with grant money, which would be great.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else about art? I put in Hometown Days fundraiser, but I think we already decided that we're gonna do it, and that the agreement was Ashton and Dorothea were gonna alternate attending the meetings, and the next one was the 18th.
And I can go to that. Ashton, were you planning on going to it, or?
I believe I'll be in town. Is that, I forget, is he doing Fridays again or is it Saturdays?
No, it's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
Tuesday at 6.
It's a week from this coming Tuesday.
This would be the best month for me to go because
Okay.
there's no soccer practice.
Okay, great. So
Okay.
maybe
I can go in February or March.
What is
Okay,
this?
great.
Which one was this for?
this is for the Hometown Days, so that we can start being part of the discussion about. We have a whole bunch of notes. Ashton, can you make sure that you bring those notes? Remember for our debriefing, because we had some really, I'm sure we had some really good points that it would be great to bring up at the beginning.
Ash, do you want to put that on your calendar now? Do you have it? You want me to text it to you? The
Yep.
date?
February
great.
18th, which is a Tuesday night at 6 at the
Methodist.
Methodist
Mhm.
Church.
great.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Who's gonna do the alcohol this year then? If
That's a great question.
she's not. Well, is that the next thing to talk about on the schedule?
We haven't. I don't even think we've gotten to the.
Okay, I mean
exact
because
detail.
it's February, March, April. Oh, we got a couple months.
How much of it did we make on the food, and how much did we make on the alcohol? Anyone know?
I mean, I could theoretically.
Well, wasn't it like 3,000 for the non-alcohol?
Like, is it? No.
Does Ashton know?
I mean, I can go look.
I have it somewhere. I'm trying to pull it up.
I'm just mildly concerned with the fact that we're not going to have someone who can do the pouring for us. And
Why not?
she said she couldn't do it this year.
Who?
Susan
Oh,
Monroe.
Yeah, we can do
Yeah.
it. Not
Chamber.
all, right?
Don't we have to be a licensed? Oh, you are.
Okay.
Okay,
It's easy.
fine.
It's
That's
very
right.
simple to do.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, that would have been July last year. Minutes, maybe.
I think we did a whole separate
Be June
one. We did a
Well-
whole separate one. That's
because it's in May, right?
No,
No.
June.
Oh, June.
we
Oh,
did a
June,
whole
it
separate
would have
one that
been
was just
probably
debriefing
July.
on.
Yeah, it's in May.
So we're still
It's not in
planning to
minutes,
do the
it's
beer
in-
garden. I
Yeah.
guess, is
It's
my-
a whole separate document. That's if you just look up.
Here we go.
There we go. Yeah.
2023? No, we did
No,
that.
24.
Yeah, I don't see it. Beer garden. Beer garden folder.
Yeah.
There's a plan.
Look at that. We're so organized.
No, this is a plan though.
Oh,
Beer
No, we
garden
did the
permit.
briefing. Look at that.
In
Look
the plan,
at look at
we
that.
did the debriefing inside it.
There you
The
go.
debrief is in it.
Make sure the kegs get tapped.
Okay, good. And then we had some thoughts about the location of things.
That's true. I remember.
And also, I'm not setting fires.
And what?
Yeah, the biggest problem with the electricity. Yeah, and also you're not selling drinks all by yourself.
I'm not doing that again. I'm not selling that didn't.
Italian soda, wasn't it?
I'll be the.
They were good.
I'll be the. Yeah, they were good. Just didn't make
But did we-
profit.
Do we make money on that? Or I mean,
No.
so it's not worth doing that.
It was not hot. The problem is if it's hot, I think it would do a lot better. But I think
That's right, this is
my
true.
time is better used. I think maybe we could have like homemade lemonade, or I don't mean to be quotes. I'm sure I can make some kind of thing, and it could be part of. I can help make the food, which that was where we were always behind on was the food. So I can help that and have maybe a couple of pictures of like ice cold lemonade that I can do.
And are we still going to have Lucy's daughter or granddaughter or somebody?
It was her daughter.
Daughter, yeah.
I think we have to do a whole thing on that.
Okay.
That was good. I think she did really well. I think that part of the problem was there was a lot of competition for the food with that big, huge truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish we didn't have that big, huge truck.
I know, we gotta find a
I mean,
niche.
yeah, that was the thing. We just ran out and we were not prepared. Having that be our first run through, one of the anyway.
Okay.
Well, we're not there yet. But
Yeah. We have
I'm
thoughts.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and then just any notes specifically related to like the orientation and all of that. See if you can bring up at this next meeting.
We should have broken it down. I mean, I'm sure we have a more detailed breakdown somewhere, but cash receipts last year was $4,045 basically.
Okay.
Supplies were $1,600. Anyway, square feet was $41. Anyway,
Net profit
Net
was almost
profit.
3,000.
no,
Right?
huh?
So you're almost 3,000?
Nope, 2,285.
Oh.
But if we remember, like we definitely, huh?
I feel like they was half and half, wasn't it?
Like 50%
Drink
profit.
and food profit.
Oh, yeah, it's not split out in this doc that I'm looking at. It was pretty. Remember, we also didn't like square, like whatever was in square. Was tough to tell whether it was for food or for drink.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We didn't do a great job on tagging that.
Yeah, so we know what to do. We know a few things to do next time, but I also think the supplies was more than it needed to be. We'll get a little bit more efficient because we won't do the sodas, and we'll have to look back at the notes, but there are some other things that we could be more efficient about on supplies.
Okay, good. But we're getting a nice heads up on it, which is great. And everyone will be in town, right?
I don't know, when is it?
It is, hang on.
Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, June.
June 18th?
14.
No, it's later.
Yeah,
Isn't it right here?
I think it's the 21st.
Oh, 21st. 21st, June
It's my
21st.
birthday.
It's your birthday.
June 23rd.
I'll make you your very own burger.
We'll sing to you very loudly. Okay, good. We already talked about the public art. Any update from City Council? Any update? Where's Lucy?
But I know that they are still looking for a city manager intern. They are with COG right now. The guy from COG did it over the Zoom meeting, and he spoke about where they're at right now and their status, their progress. And there was a guy from Jensen who did an actual presentation in person about what they can do to find a city manager for the city. To give us two options. And then I do know Gary Mathis from Public Works did a presentation from his experience about Denmark, about
The water.
about the water conservation, ways to be creative with water, and things like that. Yes, can you?
And the next meeting is February 18th, and they will go over in executive session the list of applicants for the intermediate city manager.
Have there been some applicants?
Yes, there
Oh,
has.
wow.
Yes, there
that
has,
makes it so
because there are people that are
qualified applicants?
qualified that have retired and still do it for a short period. And that's really all this intermediate
Right.
city manager slot would be. And meanwhile, the counselors have to figure out if they're gonna go with Jensen to do the full-fledged headhunting.
Because like TK said last time, it's gonna be hard to get a permanent city manager after what we've done to the last two.
They say it could be between 3 or 6 months, expect a maximum of 6 months.
Is there still a lawsuit pending?
Yes, I mean, I don't know, but I hear rumors.
That there's one.
And
Because
Frank Sheridan cost the city a whole lot of money.
Because I think her attorney made a public release about something on one of the articles. You know, I don't know if it was Bolt. I think it was
In
part
a
of Bolt.
bulletin?
I think so.
Or
I
the
must have missed that.
Mac paper.
Might have been, maybe.
Yeah.
I do know I've read something about that her attorney spoke.
But I will clarify that, again, the council did not vote to terminate her. There's nothing in the record that states that. So,
It just seems like
yeah, there you go.
That's about it.
I know that.
Yeah, I don't think too many people know the whole full story, and the people who do, like maybe Jim, probably aren't allowed to say too much.
Yeah, again, but it has been said by the city attorney that, again, the council did not vote to terminate her employment. So that's a fact.
Okay, good to know.
I just hope moving forward
Yes, moving forward.
that everyone can learn from, I not want to say mistakes, but
Yeah,
can learn
we know
from
what you mean.
creating a transparent environment between the council and the city manager, and having an open communication and lots more communication would be probably a really good idea. So it did not seem like, from the council meetings that I watched, it did not seem like a flourishing working relationship between the council and the city manager, which is not great for any city to have that. But I think it goes both ways on making sure that there's an open communication between both sides. So hopefully whoever wants to work for the city will see the potential in Sheridan and not the history.
And both those companies will be looking through social media 100%. That's what they do. They always, both COG and Jensen will be going through social media to see what was posted on social media and things like that when it comes to give the applicant a chance if they want to continue.
What you're, when they do background checks, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna look, let's say you put your application in, they're going to do your background check. They're gonna check everything on social media to see what you posted.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. They're gonna, that is
I talk to my students about that all the time. I'm like, what you put on social media can be absolutely looked at.
And it's there forever.
Well, yes, the applicant will probably check absolutely what the city has posted, and all of they may look at the city notes, they might watch the meetings. You're right, absolutely.
All's fair in love, war, and politics.
It goes back and forth.
So if you want to go that direction, you better be ready to
I just think
get up to bat.
if we can all just get along and communicate, because I feel like that's kind of where things fell apart, is there's too much coming in from different directions, and not enough council actually sitting down and talking with the city manager. And Frank, maybe a little bit of the same, but I think it's even more so with Heidi somehow it got really derailed, because I think it started off much better.
Seemed like it started off really great.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yes. Onward and forward.
Okay. City council ARPA funds. Did that happen? I've been so freaking busy. I totally missed the last few meetings.
Yes, and what they found out is that a clarification that they can actually put the money in the general fund, and they won't have to spend X amount of money to doing it this other
Have
way.
a third party manage it.
Mm.
And
Yes,
I believe Tyler said that they did not go past the deadline.
right.
Yeah.
And so now they still have that list of projects they want to do, but you know, they'll have more money now because they didn't have to pay this other
Administrative.
percentage or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, good,
That's great.
great. And then was there anything else that came up? Any
Do you think I'm missing
exciting
anything?
updates?
Or?
I know. I'll put a plug in for if you see any potholes, you can cover.
Oh.
You can contact the city hall, Public Works, I mean, and stuff because you know there are some really
Big
nasty
ones, yeah.
potholes around town.
There are.
And Kai mentioned they do have a running list of potholes to fix.
No, they do.
And I believe Jim said that there are certain roads that are sinking in certain
Yes,
areas, like
yeah,
between
Madison.
First and Second and Madison.
Madison, yeah.
So people should report to Public Works if there's anything like that going on.
Yeah.
Seems
Well,
like the chip
right by
seal
the-
worked pretty
The
well.
pharmacy and the food bank, right along there is just terrible.
Are you talking about the sidewalk?
No,
No, the
the
potholes.
road, when you're driving, when you turn the corner at the light and go past the pharmacy and the food bank, that road is just really bumpy.
Yeah. And then I read something about the recycling.
Oh
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
What happened?
It's
Yeah,
temporarily
what happened?
closed because
what
people,
happened?
people
Dumping
have been
their home
abusing it.
trash.
They've been dumping stuff, and a lot of people feel inconvenienced. I did talk to Jim, and Jim said the council's looking into alternative
Can they
options.
prosecute, like, for trespass or something
Do
like
they
think
that?
have
that was
cameras to
brought up.
see?
Cameras.
That topic was brought up, and I do know like there was a meeting like last year where deputies were sent out because the cameras did pick up some things, but it's really hard and tricky
Probably low,
because it's public
small
property. Yeah,
potatoes.
it's small stuff.
Because one of the pictures online, it just looked like the glass thing was full of glass and was like, well,
No,
so that means it
I
needs to be
think
empty.
it's trash in the
Like
Trash
like
can with the
trash.
recycling.
Yes,
Okay.
and stuff that shouldn't really be there
Yeah,
too.
I was looking on my phone. So
Yeah.
the
If
pictures
it,
were
if too
really
much gets
small.
mixed in there, then
Yeah.
they will, because I know this is in education about this, they talk about it at the school, but the recycling company will not take it anymore. They will
Right.
refuse to take it, and then it's
Right.
like,
Well, I remember just one time when we just took yard debris there, and in the yard debris, people had thrown away hoses, old hoses, and stuff. I mean, it was stuff from the yard, but it wasn't yard debris.
I mean, and you look, there is signage, but people are just, I want to get rid of it, so I'll just chuck it in, which is sad because it affects all of us.
Yeah.
maybe there could be big, huge signs that say you will be prosecuted. Your
I think
face is
there,
on camera
I
or
think
something.
it does have a smaller sign,
Code,
but
mostly like a
yeah.
code thing.
yeah. So, and I think there's a sign that says there's cameras, right?
Oh, yeah, it's there.
So,
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? We've got a little extra time. We didn't have a big, huge agenda, and there's not very many people here today. But do we have anything we want to talk about? Anything that I missed that we should discuss? We really need a
The
treasurer.
website is mobile friendly now.
Yay!
And I went ahead and so I'm adding to the top of the website, like to the main navigation, just the section for the grants. So if you just get to SheridanRevitalization.com,
Right.
you'll be able to
Perfect.
just go, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Ashton. That's great. What can we do to get another couple board members, particularly someone who has some knowledge of being a treasurer?
I see on here number 7, host a Sheridan
Oh,
Chamber.
thank you.
Maybe that would
I
be a
didn't
way.
even talk about that.
Yeah, I don't think we talked about that, and maybe that
We
would
just
be a
haven't said
way to ask for.
That's a really great idea. That's a really great
Which
idea.
one?
Yeah, so
Sorry.
7.
7, I just
Oh, yeah.
totally,
There it
completely
Missed it.
glossed over that one. Yeah, so the chamber does this Friday breakfast thing, and was it Matt that asked me about hosting one? Is Matt the chamber president or is it John?
John.
John, but Matt, I swear it was Matt. that
That's
reached out
vice
to me.
president.
Oh,
I
okay,
think, or
so
something.
one of them reached out to me. Okay. So what we would need to do,
Who would host it?
Revitalization would host it, which means we would have to be here
Oh.
on a Friday morning. We'd have to pick a date on a Friday morning, and we'd all show up here, and we would buy like donuts or something
Donuts
like
and
that.
fruit and,
Yeah,
you know,
and bring it here.
Continental
continental
breakfast.
breakfast.
Yeah, and then I think we pay for the advertising of it in the paper, and that's pretty much. So then we get to talk about for 15 minutes about that, and we could potentially pitch that we need a new treasurer. We could use some more members and whatnot.
Oh, and if you have any swag, you know, a little to give
Oh,
away.
you do
yes.
have to give a couple little prizes. One
Yes.
prize to Molly, who always wins. Marianne always does a
Trivia.
trivia,
Yeah.
and Molly from the Mercantile wins it.
Or Gary.
9 times
Or
out
Gary
of
wins
10.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
sometimes Jim wins it, and then one little
Jim
prize
too,
for
yeah,
The business card.
The
They
business
have-
the
that-
business
yeah,
card
that-
drawing. Yeah,
Yes.
but then you also get all the business cards from
Yeah.
everybody who came, so you can
Okay.
bug them.
Yeah, or contact. It's a good Rolodex thing.
Let me just see if I can
Networking.
pull up the
And so they can
dates.
just be small,
Yeah.
small little.
I do
I'm
remember
old.
Rolodex.
Yes,
I-
old school.
Okay, he mentioned something about February 25th, and I didn't answer because I thought I don't think I have enough. I can do that. February 25th, it was too close. But he said,
Probably out of 10.
okay, there's March 7th, March 21st. What about March? Wait, when is the cleanup? Oh, that
April.
would. Okay, so if we did it in March 21st, a Friday.
You can promote the cleanup.
We could promote the cleanup and do a pitch for. We could do a pitch
For the grant too.
the application too,
Yeah.
because we have a week. I like that. Let me just. Can you guys, everyone, the board, commit to that?
Which day?
March 21st, a Friday morning. It's like for an hour on Friday morning. I think it starts at 8.
Yeah,
no,
it does.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. It goes to 9:15.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't
Yeah.
you wouldn't all have to be there as long as there were at least 2 of you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I can make that.
Okay.
I can commit action.
Okay, great. Great.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I tried-
say.
I tried to get it.
Yeah, you're not here, so I'm gonna put it on the notes.
I'm
You're gonna do
not.
it.
Revitalization
March
can
21st.
do March 21st at the
Chamber.
museum. Just spell that word. Museum. Is that
Okay, 7 o'clock.
still available? Great. Thank you, Dorothea, for not letting me skip that. Good. Okay, good. So I'll let you guys know once that gets confirmed, and then we can talk about. Can't forget to talk about those things: the treasurer, the cleanup, and the application. And we can finalize. We can
Okay.
finalize that
Okay.
on our March meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you add that just finalize for next meeting action items? Just add like finalize details for the posting. Okay, I think that's it. Anything else we want to go over? No. Okay, everyone, let's promote the application.
Okay.
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 Bye, Ashton. Do you need
Great,
anything?
roasted.
Yeah.
Nope, let me know if you guys see or hear any problems about the form. I just tested everything. It looks like it's working.
Okay, great. Sounds
Okay.
good. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye.